Welcome to my garden. Today is Saturday, 22nd of June. My name is Neve and you're very welcome. Let me just have a quick tour around what I'm doing at the minute. The tunnel's gone a bit crazy. Lots of things are growing at the minute. So just wanted to give you a quick tour around as to what's happening. So here we had the peas that were planted back in February, and these are absolutely flying. I've picked a load of them already. And you can see, look, the size of the pods, they're well swelled up. I need to do another pick off of that now. There's tons of them doing really well. Here I planted two little lines, one of carrots that I did okay, and one of little baby leeks. They're all right. Here I have my cucumbers. I have 3 cucumber plants here growing up beside the French beans. And we have rocket then in front of it, which has gone a bit crazy. Some of it's gone to seed down there. I have been picking it and using it, but probably planted too much of it. But here on the cucumbers, let me just show you. I noticed there today, there's our first cucumber. So he's a little bit bigger, and then I'll pick him. There's quite a lot of fruit on it now. I seen earlier on, there's loads of little fruits in there. So well happy with that. Doing well. We just come on down this side first. This is my melon. Looks very yellow, the leaves there, so I think I need to feed it with something because I have nice flowers on it, but the leaves, look at the colour, they're very yellow, so obviously telling me it's lacking in something. Not sure what, but I will feed it. Some basil there at the front. These are all my main crop potatoes. Doing grand, just watered them there a few minutes ago. These are my early potatoes here in these buckets. So I've been eating out of these. Literally, when I want potatoes, I come out, I empty out up here, just emptied out some of the compost and root down and just find potatoes and using them directly out of these pots now. I have that one, and that one. So happy with that. So let me come back up this way, maybe be best. So here we just have our tomatoes, all in flower. Some of them have started appearing. There's some there, none gone red yet, but tomatoes on them now, so it won't be long, I'd say, before I'll be picking the tomatoes. Up on top I have all the strawberries, the whole shelf at the top, and the same the other side of the strawberries. And as you can see, we've lots of runners come off them. I was trying not to let too many come off, but I have decided I'm going to do a whole strawberry bed outside next year, so because we didn't have enough here. We didn't get enough crop off of these, so I'm going to do a whole bed outside next year. So I thought I'd let some of these go and run, and I'll take them off and use them then for next year's bed. So literally what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to stick this into a pot. You can see the roots are starting to come down there. So I'll stick that into a little pot. I won't cut it off the main plant. I'll just stick it into a little pot, catch it down with a hair clip. So it's sitting on top of the compost, and it'll root down into the compost, and then in a couple of weeks time I'll cut it off the parent, and I'll have a new little plant then for next year. So I've quite a few of them coming out there now, and the same this side. I've quite a lot hanging down, so I'll get a ton of new plants for next year to make that big, much bigger strawberry bed outside. This is the peach tree. The peaches are still there, but they're very small. You can see it in there. Don't seem to be swelling up at all on me. And it did have a huge crop of peaches on it, but just they're not swelling. And I am watering it and feeding it, so not sure why they're not progressing more, swelling up a little bit more on me. As I come down here, we just have some Lala Rossa here in these buckets. Here we have my butternut squash, so super happy with this. Look, let's see, look. See, hey, little butternut squashes. So that plant is doing great there. It's flying along. I have loads of them, loads of fruit on it. So yeah, really happy with that. I have 4 aubergines here, so they do have flowers on them, so happy with that. Not sure I'll get fruit on them or not though, whether they'll actually produce aubergines for me, but we'll see. They're certainly looking healthy enough at the minute. My mistake this year, of course, was all those potatoes taking up way too much room in my tunnel. I would have loved to have that space, but anyway, you learn for next year. In the corner we have our kiwi berry. I do have some weeds in there. I need to get in a bit and weed around that, so but it's doing okay. These guys are absolutely flying. These are my courgettes. They are just mass producing courgettes at the minute. I don't know how many I've picked off it already. I have a few up there I picked this morning, so I'll show you them. But there are 4 plants there and they're doing absolutely amazing. They're just thriving in that ground there. Let's see, a few of the little tomatoes in these buckets here. This is my other peach tree this side of me, so let me just go back around here. This had 1 peach on it only. So let me just see, is it still there? I haven't looked in a while. And I'd be very sad now if it's gone. And I think it has fallen off because there's quite a lot of leaves have fallen off it. Look, I just put my hand in there now and look at all those leaves that are after falling off it. I don't see the peach itself, but yeah, it's quite possible that peach has. Oh no, haha. There we are. So look at the size of that peach. My one and only peach on this tree, and it's really nice size, so really happy with that. But a lot of the leaves are falling off this now. Well, it still looks healthy. I just seem to be getting a lot of the leaves dropping now. Not sure if that's right or supposed to, or so we'll see. But happy me one peach is still there. Hey, these are my chili peppers, so they're doing okay. The grape is in the corner. It's gone a bit yellow, and it will eventually start growing up here, I think is the idea. These are the other peppers, so they're looking okay, getting flowers out in them now, so hopefully I'll get some chili peppers out of that. These are some extra tomatoes, just went into pots that badly need to be watered. Oh, we have some there that are just about to turn red. These were some lupins I grew from seed. Some delphinium I grew from seed, some more tomatoes that were over. This whole line is my pots. Look, wow, they look really amazing now, don't they? Massive colour, they're looking really well. And they were, if you remember, I bought the pot in IKEA for like €1 or something. So I think the pot itself, the whole thing cost me €6 to make each pot. So really looks super display there. These are my climbing French beans. I'm just waiting to get some space outside. They do need to go out. I just need space. There, my spinach. Again, I just cleared off a lot of this morning and I put them all outside now to harden what was here off. So they're next. I either need to pot them onto bigger pots or find a space outside for them. They're my spinach. These were my early parsnips, which I think I could probably pick now. They're, yeah, look, I don't know if you can see there, look, woo, they're doing great. Some extra tomatoes that were over. Here's my next lot of cabbages. These need to be potted on now. These are for the winter, so they all need to come out and get potted on. Here was my sweet potato. Hey, it's growing. I had it, I don't know if you remember, I had it in water for a long time, 4 of them cut in half in water, hoping they were going to give me these little shoots that I could grow, and they didn't. So this one had a tiny shoot on it, so I just planted them. These ones, I don't think these ones are going to grow. But anyway, I said I'll just stick them in and see what happens. These were another lot of parsnips, didn't grow. I just don't have luck with parsnips. Parsnips just, I have a few grown outside, but not very many at all. And then these are all the rest of my tomatoes here in the middle, grown up, looking great. The fig tree is here. He's okay. Don't see any fruit on him, but oh, maybe I do I? Is that there? Hang on, let me get in. I think that there is possibly a fruit growing, I think. You know, and then what happens is these swell up and you actually get the fruit next year. So you don't get the fruit in the same year they appear, but I think that's a fruit, and I think there's one there. And I think you get to eat them the following year. Now something is eating that because there's half a leaf. So I need to just see what's munching on them. These are some house plants. I'm not great at house plants that I brought into the greenhouse or into the tunnel here, and these are some rose trees that are very sick that I'm just trying to mind here a little bit. So that's my tunnel at the minute, 22nd of June. Very happy with it. Actually, let me show you here. These are courgettes. I picked these ones this morning, so just have too many of them now. So I will make some soup and stuff out of them and try give some away then. These were onions that were, I'll show you them outside now, but these were onions. They're not that big there, but they were going to seed on me. So I just picked them out of the garden because they're gone to seed. So, and they're just in here now drying out, but they're lovely. Look at them. I'm so happy with them. I just dry them all out and I'll hang them up then and save them for the winter. They'll dry out there in the sun. So let me take you outside now and show you out here what's happening. So let me get out of the shade of the sun here now if you can see. So I have a whole tray here of celery. So they're in these pots. They're actually gone too big for the pots. The roots are coming out the bottom, but I just don't have any space yet in the garden to plant them. So they're just waiting now, getting hardened off, waiting to go into the ground. And I have a second tray of them here at the back, second tray of the celery. At the back here again I have the broccoli. They're waiting again to go into the beds out the front. More broccoli here, different varieties of it. If I come around this way, we have some spinach waiting to go out and some more broccoli. And over here again I have another tray of cauliflower here waiting to go out, and again different varieties of broccoli here. So these are all waiting to go out into, and I'll show you now in a minute, the garden space that I have for my new beds that are not yet made, and I'll show you them now in a second. So let me come down the first of my beds. First of my beds here has the peas. So these are the mange too first, and lots of flowers on them. Don't see any peas yet on them, but they're absolutely flying up. I've potatoes here, main crop of potatoes in this barrel, and just looking at it there, probably could do with getting some water into that now today. I have another lot of peas coming up here. I need to stake them in a bit more. They're sort of flopping down a little bit. So along this first bed, what else do I have? Here we have just the spring onions, loads of them. I've been picking them as we go along now, and there's some more for later on. These are the only lot of parsnips I have, and I've tried growing loads of seeds, and these are the only ones really that have germinated for me, so happy I have some. These are French beans. I think these are my bush variety ones, and again my labelling was so bad, I got them all mixed up between what was the bush variety and what was the climbing variety, so I'm hoping they are bush. A big learning for me for next year is I need to be way better with my labelling. These are my the cabbages, and they're looking very well. There's a nice little heart coming on them. Now I do see some holes in them, so I think I must have caterpillars or something there in there munching away, because of quite a few holes. So I'll have to come out and take a look at that. There's obviously something munching there. So, and I did see another piece of that horsetail weed in there somewhere. Where is it? There it is. So that needs to be dug out. Down to here, the onions, these were from the little onion sets, and they're doing great. Yeah, very happy with them. Look at the size of them. They're absolutely fabulous. Look at the size of them. They're great. Lots of weeds. I need to weed that bed. There's my garlic. Looking okay. Don't know if it's doing how it's doing. Oh, that's an onion. That's not a garlic. Okay, again, my labelling is just disastrous. Here's my carrots. 4 different varieties of carrots. So, and then we're up here to the kale. If I come up this side, I have been picking this. It's doing well. Quite a few yellowy leaves in there, but on the whole it's doing very well, and I have been picking it. These are the Brussels sprouts. I think I planted them too close together. Again, nice learning. I think, do I have 4 or 3 in a row? I have 3 in that space, and I think it's probably too much because they don't look like they have enough room. And again, I have some of my leaves are going yellow on these. Here are the turnips. I've been picking these. These are doing great. Let me get in here and I can show you. You can see, yep, super big turnips in there, so they're doing great. I've been picking these ones already, and then these are my next lot coming along. Here are my cauliflowers. So these are disastrous. You can see they're dying here and dying here. And if you look up here, there was some here, and they're all dying on me. They've all died. So if I take a look at it, apart from the fact that it's gone, the leaves are gone yellow on me. If I look in here, look, lovely little head, but it's all gone brown, and the same with this one. Oh, this one's out of the ground even, look. So let's see if we can see what's wrong with this one. Oh look, it looks, so for some reason the whole head has gone to this mushy. Ugh. So I think I'll pick these out of the ground because they're not doing anything, onto the compost. This one, hard to know, and those ones don't look great. So yeah, a bit of disaster with my poor collie, which is a bit of a shame. I'll just stick that all in the compost bin. And maybe these ones will do okay, these collies, I'm not sure, but if they're starting to go by, they don't look too healthy. So have to do a bit of reading up on that. Middle bed has, these are my onions again that came from sets, and the size of these, let me go around here and show you the size of some of these, my god. So super big onions, they're really looking great. Really happy with them, they look amazing, and there's none of them going to seed there on me at the minute, so happy with them. These in the middle here were my walking onions, doing okay. You can see, look where the onion comes on the top, look at the little bulbs come on the top. So, and then when the top gets too heavy, it falls down to the ground and they replant themselves, reseed themselves. These were some spring onions that I planted that I've actually, look at the size of them. I had forgotten about these and I started using the other ones the other side, and I've left these here, and look at the size of these now. These are just gone huge. These are the red barren onions that I planted from seed. Happy with them, they're looking, they haven't swelled up as much yet, but they're still looking great. And these were my bedfishers that again planted from seed earlier this year and doing really well. So very happy with that. These are the leeks. I definitely need to get in weeding a bit. These are the leeks. These are planted later, and then these ones were planted first. So you can see these are nice and way bigger than these ones, just to give me a bit of succession planting. And the same with these, you can see some small little bees roots, medium sized, and then my bigger ones up here. And these ones actually up here are, let me just pull one up. So yeah, they are looking great. Look at that. That's fabulous. So these are ready to be harvested now. I can definitely start harvesting these. Actually, some of them may have actually getting too big, because you don't want them getting too big and stalky on me. So I'll definitely harvest some of them. So they're my 3 beds here, doing really well, and I'll go over now and show you my new beds that are going in. So if we move over this way, the middle here, the good son was supposed to be strimming all of this, making it all nice and tidy for me, so I'm still waiting on that. Good old teenage sons. These are the new beds. So I have them all lined with cardboard just to suppress the weeds, and I'm just waiting now on the builder to come along and just dump in the topsoil for me. And once that's done, I'll then be able to plant in all the stuff I have there hardening off, that's waiting to go in, all the celery, all the broccolis, the cauliflowers, more cabbages. So this is the beds they're going to take up, these 3 beds here. So just waiting on that, and again waiting on some topsoil to go in here to plant the rhubarb that never got planted yet, and the gooseberries, which has some gooseberries on it, yes, and a currant one there that actually has some currants on it. So just waiting on the topsoil to do that, and then I'll have these 3 beds. I'd say they'll be pretty full pretty quickly once the topsoil goes into them. Here's more currants waiting to go into the ground. My compost bins. And actually, look at the compost bin here. Massive amount of potatoes grown in the compost bin. Obviously potato peelings or something went in there, and they're all growing. These are the Zabroom shallots. Again, the bed needs to be weeded. They're looking okay though, they're coming on good. These were, what were these? Oh, these are more Brussels sprouts, I think. Well, at least that's a Brussels sprout, but these I think are cabbages. Let's just see. Oh yeah, Dutchman cabbages gone in there. These are, oh, let me see, these are turnips. These are some turnips I had, and that there looks like a Brussels sprout, but we'll see. Yeah, I think I have a mixture of Brussels sprouts, cabbages, and then turnips here. This is the blackberry from my mother's. That's looking great. Some flowers in it, so I might get 1 or 2 this year, but really just happy that it's alive and that it survived. And I do want to take some slips off it now. That's my main goal this year, is to get slips off it so I can plant some more of them up along here and have this whole line of blackberries is the plan. Here, raspberries, oh, badly need to be weeded, but not looking too healthy. I just have little sticks sticking up on the ground now, so I don't know if they're hopefully going to, you know, give me some new shoots coming up for next year. Badly needs to be weeded. God, I need to get in and do a bit here now. This is the one from my sister's garden, which is, you know, it was well established, so it's doing fine, and the rest look pretty dead. The bed actually looks pretty sad. I didn't put any compost into it at all, and you can really tell the difference. So, but that's basically the garden. Oh, the good sun out to do the trimming. So very happy with the way it's going. So happy gardening, folks. Hope you have a good week, and I'll try and come back to you next week and show you what else I'm up to. Hopefully by then these beds will be in and done, which would be super great. So enjoy your week. Take care. Bye.